Okay, we are here again. It started without me actually being ready. I'll have to double check that again, but I was pretty close to being ready, so it's not too bad. Let's zoom in, and I can see that. I'm still working out different things. Wait, no, I don't want that. I guess YouTube has some little quirks that do not follow through different of the app settings, which is annoying. But here we are, and we're ready. So it looks pretty good. Wow, I got that exactly where I wanted it the first try. How about that? Oh, maybe my magnifier's not. Let me move that over. Let me move this up a little bit. Yeah, I didn't get it right the first time. It looks pretty good though. Let me zoom in a little bit, move it over. So I'm working on Neko Hotel today, and I have my favorite, you can't see them, unfortunately. So I have my bee spray, because we want no bees here. And I have the Audacity, but they're gonna go off the edge because I don't need them here. And then my favorite star, which will go up here. Okay, so, and it says there's air. I think this is, I think I figured out that this is, oops, it's hard to swipe over. There's not enough room for it to swipe over. Okay, well, it's fine. I think it's the saga window. It will refresh, hopefully. That's me shaking it because I couldn't get it to, yeah, I don't know how, they tell you there are live stream health. It's just weird. We aren't going to worry about it. I don't know why that. Oh, I know why. It's because it's off the darn screen. I've also found that YouTube makes their studio window bigger than I have my laptop. So then I have to find things that are hidden behind stuff. I still don't see that. Okay, well, we will go with this. Anyway, so I had planned on stitching a little bit and getting it set up, but yeah, things happen, and it didn't happen. So first things first, I'm going to say hi to everybody and hope that everyone is having a good day so far, and hopefully it's not too stressful morning. So I've decided that I will start working. I have been working diagonals / color flow / cross country, but I'm going to start up here, and then I'll do a diagonal and I'll fill in as I go, because I could do this part right here, but it's all just single stitch confetti, and yeah. I'm I need some straight stitching to get me going here, or some block stitching. But I probably won't, because there's a bunch of little stitches up here too. So, it'll be what it is. I did a little bit more stitching on my bridge this morning, and I was like, I'm done. I really like the project, but I really hate tent stitch now. And so I might actually move that one to one of the 100 stitch a days instead. I don't know. I'm just going to mark a couple of these so that I don't have to mark later. So, welcome everybody. Is it visible enough? Can you see okay? I moved the saga over the other side since I'm working over on this side and there's a lot of blank space over on the other side, which is really nice for having the saga mock-up, or not mock-up, but the app showing. I'm a little bit hoarse. It's been really windy and it is spring here, or at least it's trying to be spring here in Sweden. And they mowed the lawn today, so my throat's a little like cloggy feeling. It's kind of weird, but we'll go with it and see what happens. So the first color I am gonna do is, oh, and there's one on the board. Yes, is 3860. I set this up for min to max because there's a bunch of like one or two stitches. So I figured that I would do that. I'm gonna move this just a little bit more. See, I was gonna stitch a little bit on this before I started, but things got out of hand here at home. Like, you know, it's a normal day. And I just try to get comfortable and do this. And so as I hit everything, and that is in the way. Okay, so also this is Neko Hotel, 20 count Aida. I'm doing 1/1 full cross with arrow floss. And oops, I pulled that too far. But let's see if it sticks. Oh yeah, it does. This is the best starting method. I just don't really know how to end it, so I think I'm gonna try a loop ending because I only need one stitch for that. So I think I'll do a loop ending and see how that goes. And I feel like there's a bit of extra stuff behind the top here. Oh yeah, I think that'll work. So then I'll test it. So hopefully I don't start see, that's holding good. Okay, good. And scissors fell down into my cart. Where is that magnet? Okay, well, I have these really nice scissors. I have a pair of scissors on both sides of my cart. And one pair they're lovely. I love them. They're my favorite. They are so sharp and so nice, but there's only a tiny bit of metal right here. So then when I put it in my cart, it pushes the magnet down until the magnet's down at the bottom and then just doesn't catch it. So I took them out to snip this. There we go. See, this is the other thing. I really missed my needle board when I was working on the bridge. So there's that first one. Yay. Oh, and then I have my diagonal really long and I really don't want to work down there right now. So I'm going to move it up to just this first. Because a lot of these colors, they don't flow down there. Oh, I was like, wait, there's a cross. I do this when I haven't finished, when I still am going to continue. So like right here, there's a half cross. It's not a mistake. Really, it's not. So I haven't seen anybody say anything, and I'm just wondering if, am I on? Ooh, pop out chat. I figured that out. Nice. No, I don't see anything. Okay, well, we'll go back to here. And it still says it's kind of a low quality, so I'm gonna try to, take the Saga away and then put it back on there and see if that pops it back as better quality, maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. It looks okay to me anyway. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, and it's one of my friend's birthdays, and so we're all saying happy birthday to her. And so that's what that was. Okay, so let's go back to my Mindimax. And this one's good because there's actually only 2 stitches. Oh no, there's more to, oh no, I'll just do, so this is good. So I'll do this stitch and then I'll end it, I'll end this stitch and then I don't have to worry about loop ending. Okay, so this is 3863 and another one for the needleboard. Except my needleboard is a hot mess. Let's make sure I get the right color. Oh, as I was working on the bridge this morning, I found that I had used the wrong color on one of them, and I was like, I just was like, no, fine. It is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. I get that, the correct one. My needleboard is really, it's really crowded. That's okay. And this is great because there's just a little bit left and it will be perfect. My nose is itchy now too. I'm talking to myself. Okay, so this is going to go here. So we will, the extra fabric seems like it's hanging on the back. This piece of fabric is fairly large, and so I have it rolled up. No, that didn't go. And then it's in a bag, but the bag is hanging behind my hoop, which is really bugging me. So let me see if I can fit. I did that so that so I could put my needleboard up, and then, yeah, and then it's hanging. Okay, that's better. Maybe. We'll see. Hello, Allison. Hiya, all good. Work club for me. So lurking. Lurk away. I'm just glad you're here. And you can enjoy the company while you're working. And Alex is home, but he has decided to go take a nap against my advice. But it is what it is. I don't know if it's just because he's tired or his dad says he doesn't do it at his house, which I find hard to believe, but you know, these are all in the way. And I love this ending. It's so much easier than pin stitching and making little pimples everywhere. And my fabric isn't tight enough. Oh, it's just, I have a little bit of a time management issue. And also I didn't plan on the stream to start then. I was doing a little bit of, I was trying to set it up, pre-set up. And, and Gemini told me, well, you could just do it this way and then it will show up as a, you know, it'll show up on your screen, but it won't start it. So, well, that was incorrect. So, and that's what I did yesterday. And the same thing happened yesterday. So I guess now we know. So 3, 5, 6, another one on the board. Nice. And I probably is on the board because of this pattern. So there's 2 on this one as well. So this is good. This start and ending works really well with 2 stitches. 1 stitch I have to do loop start or loop end. I haven't figured out how to, I tried doing loop start and then the pin stitch end, and it probably would work, but I find that the start is easier and the end is easier, like individually. My fabric feels like it needs to tighten. Ugh. This is going pretty well. So I didn't make 500 stitches on the Golden Gate Bridge. It didn't happen. I think I got 300 and something, which, I mean, that's a decent, you know, it's still a decent go at it. But I didn't want it to hang over me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to push myself to do 500 stitches when I wanted to, you know, I wanted to spin my wheel and do my next project. And these are in the way, so they're going to have to be moved to there. Okay. So I decided that I would just finish it and be done with it. So that's what happened. So I think going forward that if I don't make the 500, I don't make the 500. It's done for the day. And I'm not going to stress over it. Because why? Why stress over it? You know, sometimes it's going to be harder to do that many stitches. You know, something might be a bit more rough. So 761. Oh, that's a good one. There's also one up here. I love these. The pinks in this are so great. And it looks like it's in the screen pretty well. Maybe I could zoom in a tiny bit, maybe, without getting the magnifier in the way. Yeah, there we go. That looks like it might work better. We'll see. Okay, so this one is up here. And this is where min to max works really well, because the rest of the block, after a couple of, you know, confetti stitches, the rest of it is all just block stitching, which I like. I will admit I like. This pattern is great for that because there's a little bit of confetti. Well, there's a lot of confetti, but then there's a lot of block stitch, so you can kind of chip away at it. So, and this one will go here. And actually I will, this one is in the next block, so I will park this over there and, well, actually, no, you know what? I'm just going to end it. There's no, it's like, it's so easy to end the stitch that I might as well just do it. I don't mind it, and less you know, less hanging on the back, maybe. So we'll go with that. Let's see. There. Yeah, I like that better. And it's not about saving floss or anything like that. It's just, it's just as easy to end it. So I think I'll go with that. Okay. Oh, wow. 4 stitches. So here I'm going to park it after I finish these stitches. And this is 224. See if there's none on there. So I have to move my card around. 224. And there's a bunch there. Hopefully I don't cough too much. I just used my inhaler, so it's gonna kick in pretty soon, I have a feeling. Let me drink some water. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. It's like I put my phone on do not disturb so that, you know, Discord and all that stuff's not gonna keep bleeping every time I get a message. But I still get it on my watch, so it's a little bit, sometimes can be a little distracting. Okay. I got lazy. Well, no, I didn't. And I'm not going to say I got lazy, but I didn't want to go to the pharmacy and the store because my leg is still a mess. So I ordered medicine to be delivered today since it's free when you pay so much or whatever. And so I just got a message saying that it got to the warehouse. So I'm really hoping that they don't screw it up. I mean, I can wait till tomorrow. It's just not optimal. I should stop waiting until the last minute to get medicine. But I was going to get it last Thursday, and then I decided not to go out. Oh, it's so bad. It's so sunny today. And yesterday I was out, and it was super cloudy and windy. And today is nice and sunny. Of course, I'm not going out today. Okay. And so what is everyone working on? Are y'all still just waking up? I know it's early in the States. Hopefully y'all got a good night's sleep. And you're just waiting for Fred's antics. I bet he's sleeping now because he's lazy. No, he's not lazy. Okay, so I'm going to park that there. Maybe. Yeah, see, there's that where it didn't like that corner. Oh, come on. Oh, the parks are off. Okay, why did I turn that off? That was interesting. I didn't set up a sprint either. Oh, nice. I only did 7 stitches, so we'll do that real quick. 592. Let's see, 592. Helps if I click the right button. 592. 592. Okay, there we go. Done. Always forget. We have this over there. Okay, bucket. Okay, and 760. Is there one on the board? That one is not 760. The needles are twisted. Okay, I got that. Whoa! My needleboard was like, it took a dive. Hi, Laura, welcome in. You were eating and lurking. Okay, I'll forgive you this time. This time. Now my needleboard is kind of not being a good friend today. It's not attached like I want it to be. That's okay. 1, 2, 3 from there. Yeah. I'm so excited that I get to work on Neko Hotel today. I was like, yeah, cool. And then all of a sudden I was thinking, oh my God, but it's all light, but that's pricks everywhere. I kind of want to work on that too. Hopefully that comes up soon. Oh, and the other one I spun was Dalliance. So I'll work on that tonight while Yogi has her live stream, which it's really nice because it is a bit kind of relaxing, not too, stressful or anything. I quite like it. This is gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit higher than usual, but it's at a good level for the camera. you know, the magnifier is not really in the way. I probably could use a cushion or something on my elbows. Yeah, I'm getting there. It's getting easier to set it up every day. 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that right? Yeah. And that is done there. And the bucket. 22. I'm gonna check real quick what this other color is. If it's light, then I'll do that one first. What color is that one? No, it's okay. Yeah, I'll do that one first then. Actually, no, I will do that one first. It'll be easier to stitch it. Doing it, they're the same amount of stitches, but it being first will be easier. 640. My needle board is crazy. I don't know if you've seen my needle board lately. It's just, it looks like a hot mess. There's a little bit of control sometimes, but they kind of get caught together, and that's okay. I was looking for 640, and I know there's one in there. Some numbers, they're more used than. Oh, I just pulled another stitch out. Okay. Which one was that? It was this one. Okay. I pulled. Yeah, that was number 20. Let me put that one back on the board. I just pulled it out of this, while I was pulling the other one out. So that's great. That was number 20, I said. Let me drink a little bit of water. The needle board looks handy, but it would drive me nuts. Yeah, right now it's a little bit of a mess, and I should probably groom it a little bit, but it is really super useful, and it's better to have it. I sometimes will put, if I know, like this next one, this one it's the same as this color green, I think. I know that there is a bunch of that, and so if I don't have it on the board, I'll set up 2 needles. I'll do two needles at the same time, and then I know it's there to use next time. If I'm not too lazy, I'll do that. I find that helps, because then next time I don't have to, I won't have to thread another thread. And I can use it if there's only one stitch. So it is really handy, especially with this project when there's a lot of confetti. Doing that one is just really great. And I've been considering the difference between the 18 count and the 12 count or the 20 count, 18 and 20, and there's really not a huge size difference. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe 18 count might just be easier. I have to work on that project a little bit more before I decide. But I don't know. I have to consider it. Oh, I decided not to have coffee, and I think it's because my throat's feeling a bit scratchy, that it felt wrong when I was drinking coffee this morning. So I have a cup of water, ice water with some lemon, so that should help. But yesterday I was at the store and I was really snacky, which is kind of bad. I was like, oh, I want a snack. And I didn't want, well, I did buy chips, but I didn't want, Okay, he's fine. Every time he makes a noise, I'm like, yeah, there's no 22 on here. So I didn't want, I was like, I didn't want something totally sweet, but I wanted something like small, munchy kind of things. And I don't usually buy cereal because cereal, if I have cereal with milk, it makes me sick. I love it, but my stomach doesn't like me to do that. So I rarely buy cereal. But last week I bought some bran flakes. Just was like, oh, that sounds good. I'll have that with yogurt. And I tried it with yogurt, and that was a bad idea. But that's okay, So then I started snacking on it instead, which is probably healthier than, well, I don't know. Chips are pretty good. I mean, I don't eat a ton of it. So yesterday I bought Cheerios, and I think I ate like 3 small bowls of Cheerios. It was like, oh my gosh, I haven't had Cheerios in so long. But this is, because my child is, he can't eat gluten. The last time I had Cheerios in the house was when he was, he was still could eat them. So I have a picture of him with Cheerios all over his face. That's so cute. Okay, so Busy Mom says hello. Hello, Busy Mom. And Renee says, hello, Suzanne, everyone. Just noticed you were streaming. And there's Fred. I knew he'd show up. I unless I say something, I'm gonna try to be on around 3:30 my time. So around this time, or maybe a tiny bit later. If I'm going to. If I'm not going to, I'll probably say something the day before. So we'll see what happens. Thursday, I really have to go to weaving, but that's earlier in the day. So hopefully I will go and do that and be back early enough. So we'll see. It's really cramped up there. There's like a bunch of stuff happening in the back of the hoop behind the top part of the hoop. But this hoop is so good. And when there's not a ton of confetti on this project, it's very comfortable, it's not overly confusing or anything. I like this pattern. At first I was like, it's really light, it's like, it's really just, I thought it was just like one color kind of thing, a bunch of block stitching, but it's not too bad. My stream is like, I'm not sure. It's supposed to catch up. Oh, I see the button now. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oops, I just full screened it. I can't see the chat when it full screens like that. Okay. I found the live button. Nice. Okay, that's good. And y'all can see still decently where I'm working. Okay, so now we've got 34 stitches of one color. Yahoo! That's nice. Let's see if I have that on the board. I don't think I have that on the board. 3, 3, 4, 5. Or 3, 3, 5, 4. Hoi, oi, oi. Possibly. Oops. Let's try not to pull everything else out in time. I do need to groom that board a little bit. So I don't mind doing Danish style in these big bits of block stitching, so that's what I'm gonna do. It just makes sense. And I'm going to see if I can pull this a little bit more. I didn't get it as tight as I would have liked. It's very spongy. It's still, this fabric is really starched, so it's very firm, but it's really good. I think this is 𝐍𝐞𝐜𝐢𝐬𝐷. It looks like 𝐍𝐞𝐜𝐢𝐬𝐷. The DMC is much softer, but it still has a good body to it. And this 𝐍𝐞𝐜𝐢𝐬𝐷 is more starched. Still good, but it's just a little bit different. And Renee says, I'm not familiar with Neko Hotel. Is it a 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻? No, it's unconventional X stitch. Yeah. I have a picture I can show you. I actually set that up ahead of time. Let's see if I can get... Okay, there we go. Of course, it's right in the middle. Let's see if I can get it in there. Oh, come on. Nope, wrong one. My camera, moved my camera holder over a little bit, and then it's in the way. Okay, here it is. This is what it looks like. I love it. It's so cute. Okay, did it come up? I'm waiting for it to show up on my screen. That's weird. Okay, well. Let me know if that came up on your screen, because it didn't come up on my screen. Huh, weird. Okay, well, hopefully. Now I moved the camera a little bit. Renee says, oh, that's so fun. Yeah, you know, at first I was like, I don't know. I saw that Natty and Janine were stitching it. And the more I looked at it, the more I was like, yeah, I gotta do this one. I think Janine is much farther than I am. I'm not quite at 1% yet. And it's different. You know, it's like, it's not 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, which, you know, like Yogi said, there's, you know, we do a lot of 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻. They are, you know, pretty much the go-to, or they have been the go-to for full coverage for a long time. And I know that I had looked at unconventional X stitch a few times, and their stuff was a little too odd for me. But then Natty showed me Cupid's Cafe. That one was definitely not for me. And then she showed me the Rose Library, and I was like, maybe. And then she showed me this one and Loading, which is another one by Mrs. Butterdee. And I saw Loading first, and I was like, you know, this one's pretty good. And then I saw this one, Neko Hotel, and I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the one for me. So I was going to order fairy floss for it, but I didn't want to wait. So I ordered fabric, and the fabric is huge. I think I bought, I think it's 70 centimeters by 110. I don't need 110, but that's, you know, the width of the fabric is 110. What? Oh, just pulled my needle up. Laura's, Renee says, wait, hold on a second. Thanks, Laura. I don't remember ever looking on the unconventional Stitch shop. Renee says, is it a large chart? And Laura says, I love her art style and have been eyeing the Wizard of Oz one. Oh, I saw that one too. I'm trying so hard not to buy and start so many. I can hardly see. I'm going to change my glasses. I can hardly. I'm like squinting at the screen. I have 3 pair of glasses. I have distance glasses for riding my bike out and about. I have computer glasses and I have reading glasses. And I usually use my reading glasses for stitching, but actually my computer glasses work really well. Okay, so if we look at this, that's the wrong one. Oh no, that's the right one. It is 424 by 600. So this, oh, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on a second. I'm doing it in 20 count. So the area size of where the, you know, the piece is 53, so 54 centimeters by 76 centimeters. So it's fairly big, 424 by 600. So that's about the size of a large Heaven and Earth, I think. Oh, that's better. I can see the screen now. I got new glasses in, I think it was February. My glasses broke in December. My computer glasses, which I just wore all the time around the house and everything. And I've been having a hard time getting used to the new ones. They're the same prescription and everything, but they're a different fit and everything. So I often just wear my cheap reading glasses around the house. Oops, I just stitched through that. Oh, cheap. They're still prescription. They're not super cheap. If I have to replace them, they're not going to be cheap. Okay, so let's see. This needle. Wait, what? Why did that turn on? Oh, that's why. I was like, why is that not working? No wonder. Okay, that's weird. Huh. Some reason. Okay, there we go. I'm like, my screensaver went on and I was like, what? That's not right. I had actually turned off the video on my computer, my laptop. Okay, so where am I at now? I'm gonna put that there. And I could mark these off. Let's do that. Renee says, I only have one HAID going. I hardly work on it. I own an embarrassing number of their charts from when I first discovered full coverage, but I'm not sure I'll stitch them. You know, I think that you get to that point where, like, you buy something and then you're like, I don't know now. I definitely have gotten that way. I bought a bunch of charts last year and I might have started one and then like, I don't know. I'm not really loving it. So I totally understand. I'm kind of struggling. I think it's this needle. This needle seems a bit off. Let me switch to my ballpoint needle. I was having a hard time getting in between the stitches. I bought one that came out as a mini last year. It was Spring Dragon. And it was just like a little baby dragon. I thought, oh, this is super cute. And then I've never started it. I haven't even like contemplated starting it. I probably won't. But the problem is it's all dark and gloomy. And I just kind of don't want any more dark and gloomy. And so this chart, when this chart came to my attention, I'm like, yeah, I got to do this one because it's bright and colorful and it's fun. Like the subject is fun. It's like it's super cute. All the cats. Okay, so actually I finished that block. Nice. And I'll park that there. So, because what I'll do, what I've done in the past when I'm working on diagonals is I'll take that thread and I'll work up the diagonal and then work, side by side. Let me mark that. Okay, so then I'm gonna move down in, hopefully, let me lock that. This, I think I can, nope. There we go. Oh wait, I want one more stitch there. Wait, okay, that's fine. Sorry. So I will just do, this is all one block of stitching. So I will do this first because it's one block of stitching. So let me check and see. So Renee says exactly. I have scrapped some of the heids I started to because I didn't like the way they looked when stitched. I'm not sure her charting is for me. Yeah, I wonder. Sometimes you say thread, and I think you said Fred, and I'm summoned. And Dawn, busy mom, says, question, when you grid, do you put the line on the 10th hole and draw down? Hold on a second. So what I do is, let me get a pen real quick. So if I'm not sure you can see up here, I'll do it down here. Let me find a place where I can do it. I'll do it right here. So I go and pretend this is the edge of my stitching. I will mark, I'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, and then here's my 10, and I draw it across. And then I do the same thing. So you can see the little notches up here. That's like 2 stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then these are on the 5th one. So I don't actually have to count across. I can just go 1, 2, 3, and then do 4 stitches or whatever it is. 5. I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 4. And sometimes I go like that to make it a little bit better. But I do it that way instead of counting. I found that it was easier and less likely to make a mistake. Well, less likely. I still make mistakes because sometimes I will count it only as 1. I did that here somewhere and I had to redo all of my grids, but I try not to do the full thing. I do have this grid is all the way across because I like to make sure I have enough fabric. And Renee said summoned, LOL, gamer language. Exactly, or like a demon. Yeah, Fred's a demon. It's more likely. We game, so yeah, summon. And I just realized that my saga window was over that first part. So hopefully that helped answer your question. Did that work for you, busy mom? And these crosshair things are just awesome. It is so good. Okay, so number 12. Oh, you know what? I bet that's what that one was. I was wondering, I pulled this thread out to use as a snag nabbit. And then I forgot to look and see which number it was. And I was like, I don't remember what it is. It's 12. So I'll use it. Okay, good. I'm glad that helped. I'm just going to double check this to make sure it's 12, but I'm pretty sure it's 12. I know it came from up at the top. Yep, that's it. I was pretty sure it was it. Okay. But I am going to switch to my ballpoint. Oh, I'll start the stitch first and then switch to my ballpoint needle. Put those over there. Ow! Sorry, I didn't mean to scream. Ow, that hurt. My snag nabbit was, I caught it in my finger. Oh, that hurt. Ow. Oh boy. Okay. I do find making the pin stitch with these 28 count needles is easier than trying to force the ballpoint needle through the middle of the square. Some of the needles are just like, oh, these are like this one's working great. I think I might have had a thicker needle on that last one. So probably what I will do when I finish this thread and start another one, I will do 2 needles. I'll do one to work with and then one to stick on my board since there's none left on my board. It's kind of, I don't always do that, but I try to be mindful and try anyway. Then I won't have to work on, I won't have to stop and start so much. Cross stitch is dangerous. Yeah. You know, and how many times have you poked yourself in the finger with your needle? I can't even count how many times. I will say my hoop tension is a little loose, so I'm actually pushing underneath to kind of give it a little bit more tension. I dislike that, but I'm too lazy to, I'm not gonna remove it just to fix that, because that would be extra work. And you can see this well enough. I think I have to move the camera in a few minutes. I still think I need more lighting. I might have to mess around with that a little bit. Not today, but I'm going to move this over just a tiny bit. Like that. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it's better. Let me double check on the screen. Oh. Oh man, really hoarse. Ugh. Let's see, we did those. Now we're on this one. These colors are just like, they're so fun. I love this lime green. And then the confetti is in these little outlines. So if you look like here, these outlines of the trees, they're like super confetti heavy. But it does make it look really good. So, no. See, that's the difference between a lot of the Ħēd stuff is just, it's so dismal, you know, like dark. And I'm sort of feeling like I'm moving away from that. I still love a lot of them. I mean, I still want to do things, but I don't know. I'm kind of happy exploring some other projects. And Renee says the effect that confetti is really nice though. Yeah. And because there is these nice bunches of block stitching, you know, like I could do a little bit of confetti and then I could go back and do some block stitching. So this is what I did last time I worked. I did a lot of the confetti, and now I'll fill in some block stitch, and then I did a bunch of block stitch, and then I'll fill in the confetti. So it does work out really well on this pattern. I'm pretty impressed with it. Yeah. Oh, I missed a cross up there. I just noticed. I'll get that on the way back. Maybe. Let me see if I can thread chicken my way. I'm like, I'm gonna make it back. Probably won't. Fred said, Rich took his leftover dinner from last night, put in 2 plastic bags left over from grocery shopping, tied it up tightly, put it in the trash bin, and somehow Jason still managed to get it because that's Jason. And his mom's going to a meeting. See you later. And Renee said, I don't mind confetti if there's a reason for it. Exactly. I think sometimes I've noticed that some patterns are, you know, like there's no real good reason for some of it. And that bothers me. And I think that it's a lot to do with a little bit of mass churning out patterns. And you can usually tell the ones that do that. So, like, I really like Stitches So Beautiful stuff, but I honestly think some of it is just, there's so much confetti and not really necessary. All right, well, I didn't have enough to do a last stitch on that for the pin stitch, so I just did it there. Okay, and let me mark those because I kind of have neglected marking them. Oh, no, it was only 2 lines. Okay, so that was 12. Oh, I only have one long one. I don't feel like cutting anymore. So I'll only do, I won't set up another needle. Yeah, lazy charting. Yeah, I sort of am starting to think that with Heaven and Earth too. I mean, I don't know. I just, and really, I've only been doing full coverage for this year, or this last year. I only started in December of 2024. So, you know, I'm not an expert, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I've done enough, but I do know other people who have done full coverage for longer. are saying things like that. That sailing under the solar eclipse chart I have, there's so much confetti. It's just crazy. I mean, it looks amazing, but I'm like, I question a lot of it. Because some of it's fine, you know, and then you just get like, you get a little flower that's got 20 different colors in it, and you kind of question it. And I know that Ellen from Siska Stitches talked about the difference between pain-free crafts and, you know, the same artwork charted by pain-free crafts compared to Heaven and Earth, and how they just look different. They just have a different look to them completely. Same artwork. And she explained how Sarah from Pain Free Crafts works with the image because the cross stitch software makes things darker, so she lightens it up so that when it does go in, it's lighter. And I think that's something I've noticed. But then you do get patterns like Yumiko, which I love that one. It's so beautiful. And it's not dark, but it's all like light pink instead. It's still really beautiful. I keep thinking, oh, I got to start that again. One of these days. Let's see, that one's done too. But it's another one that's really huge, and I'm kind of doubting my, you know, sanity on it. Okay. And there's that. And there's another stitch of this same color here, so I'm going to do that, and then I think that I will park it back up in here so that it can just go back up to the top again. This is the other reason why I like working from the top right. If you notice the parked threads, they're really empty, so you're not having to fight with getting in there. I need to reposition my bouquet. Renee says, in the end, I want to be able to finish projects too. I'm not willing to buy Max Color enormous charts. I do enjoy watching them being stitched though. Yeah, I think I only have one supersized Max Color. And I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. I still love it, so I'm kind of... And then I have a Max Color Winter Cookie Party. And the difference between the mini and the regular Max Color there was just such a huge difference. Okay, so those ones are done. And this one is 704. And there is a threaded one. Yay. This is so nice. This is where the knee board is just, it's awesome. Okay. And then this nice ending and starting. I do wish there was 4 threads between these. It's like 3, so you gotta decide which side you're gonna do the stitch on. Sorry about the clearing my... I'm kind of wheezing a little bit. I used my inhaler, so I just have to wait for it to... it's probably not going to kick in. I'll probably have to use it again later. But that's the spring allergy season. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and was coughing, and it's like crazy. So much allergy. But Alex was too, so I gotta dose him up with allergy meds tonight. Have to remember. Oh, and these are the other scissors I have on the other side. They're super sharp too. I just bought them on a fluke from Dream Stitch. The other ones too. I didn't even, think about it. I was like, oh, those look nice. And they were really cheap, but they're super sharp. 704. I was like, wait a minute. Not 740. My mouth dyslexia is really showing its face right now. And this one I don't have, 471. Yeah, I do worry about doing, a supersized max color. It just seems like it's like I figured if I did my mini Love Letters Chocolate Shop once a week for 500 stitches, then, Oh no. Renee says, I went to the doctor the other day. Then I found out the next day he got sick. I hope I don't get the cold he was coming down with. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, see, that's just, I remember during COVID here, going to the doctor, they would sometimes wear masks, sometimes not. Nobody was wearing masks in the waiting rooms or anything like that because it wasn't mandatory here. And then I would be like, I'd go home and I'd think, oh my God, what if I got sick? Oh no. And I just realized that stitch is already done. Oh, okay, that's cool. I guess I didn't mark that one. But I never got sick from going to the doctor, so that's good. One doctor, he was like really old. He had the mask like hardly on his face. I was like, damn. But yeah, they weren't even vaccinated. The doctors weren't even vaccinating. Or no, they were vaccinating. They weren't testing. I went to have surgery and I had to be tested and all that stuff before I could have surgery. And I talked to the doctor and I was like, "Doesn't it scare you, to be here? Do you have to test every day?" And he's like, "Oh, I haven't been tested since September or something like that." I was like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. But like I said, the area I live in hardly had any cases for the first 2 years, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, and I love you too, Freds. You're the best fake spouse ever. Okay, so 471. This is going back on the board. And bucket. And see, we're done with two whole diagonals. Nice. Now we're getting... So pretty much I'm just cleaning up these spots. And this was mostly just block stitching that I left. Well, this one looks like I better double check. Oh, it's there. I probably was like, oh, I don't want to do a single stitch. 3854. 3854. And ta-da, there's a double check. It is that one. Laura says, true. I also pretend I'm as fast as 𝐶𝐞𝐜. I know. Renee says, my doctor still does a lot of teledoc appointments. I like that when possible. Yeah. And Renee says, yeah, she's fast. Yeah, she is fast. I feel like I'm pretty fast. I'm all about being efficient, and I feel like that, you know, for the most part, I have that down. For the most part. I was really struggling. Well, not yesterday. Yesterday went pretty well, but this morning when I was working with Golden Gate Bridge, I was like, I don't want to work on those. And it's sad because I love the Golden Gate Bridge, obviously, and the pattern is really good, but it's the tent stitch, which also was fine. You know, it didn't look that bad. It doesn't look as nice anymore. I hope I'm not getting sick, actually. My throat is just really kind of rough. Funky. Okay, so this was 3854. I have like a little Velcro dot on my stand. Well, it's not a Velcro. It's not Velcro. I can show you what it looks like. It looks like this. It's like plastic. So I have the other side. They match up. So this has just a metal piece on it that I can stick my magnet on when I don't have my needleboard up there. Let me drink some water. Let me live this again. So yeah, I was just, so when I'm up here poking my my thing, you can, and so then on the back of my, which this is funny. So this is my first original needle board that I had for Unicorn Valley. So you can see here's that thing. So I left it on the back of this foam piece because it makes it a little more stable. I was watching a Russian stitcher do tent stitch this morning. Her stitches were absolutely perfect and so even. Who was it? Because I know that, what's her name? Stitching Masterpieces. Her stitching is beautiful. But then also she uses DMC and I use Arrow Floss, which is a little bit chunkier. Oh, there's not 640. Which is a little bit more fluffy, and I think that that's what has made me think that my stuff is not so neat. When it's not really bad. It's just that my eyes think it looks bad. But I believe she's from the Ukraine. She lives in Canada though. Oh, this one was pretty long, but that's okay. So I wax my threads when I'm doing 1/1, which makes it lay flatter as well, I've noticed. And she is super, talk about somebody who's super fast. She does like, I think she says she does like 2,000 a day or something. I'm like, oh, must be nice. But I get distracted really easily. I'm actually, even though I'm talking, I feel with that. Okay, it was a channel called Belle. Okay, so it's something different because Stitching Masterpieces, she doesn't really talk when she stitches. She doesn't talk. She has a couple of tutorial videos that she talks in, but her accent is really thick. So, but she's, oh man, she is so good. Okay, so I learned a lot from her about efficient stitching. She was the first one that I saw using Saga, and she had sort of a tutorial that was decent. You know, it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna pin this because I'm not really... there was still a lot left to learn about Saga, but she was the first exposure to Saga. And she has, I don't think she uses a crosshair. I think she uses different colored, in the crosshair setting, you can make it so there's 5x5 squares. I think she uses that one. I found that one just confused me, so I went to the crosshairs instead. And then she draws her, on her fabric, she draws her fabric in different colors, which is just amazing. Okay, so let's see, bucket. Let me move these guys. So I actually, I'm gonna leave that there. I didn't mark that one. Let me mark that. Or did I? One, two. Okay, so it's that one. Probably should put it in the bottom one. Okay, so I'll do another one of these. This is, and see, I should have, I should have done it while I was doing it. So I don't need 2 needles. I think there are 2 strands. Is it one? Of course, it's tangled up. And so I'll cut some extras here. I brought some chocolate with my Cheerios, but I ate the chocolate already. Oh, why did I put that back on there? Sheesh. I'll just set it there. So Renee says, I love stitching masterpiece pieces. No way I could do many per day. I average 500 to 700 on most days. Sometimes get less if there's a lot going on around here. And Laura says, I feel like I could do more if I didn't get up so much. Yeah. See, that's the good thing about the way I have my setup. I'm kind of locked in my chair. I still try to get up because after I hurt my leg, I try not to sit too long, you know, because I did do a pretty serious injury to my my muscle, my leg muscle. Oh, my muscle didn't get injured. I got a contusion on my muscle, which is just, yeah, it was really bad. And it still hurts. So, you know, I try not to sit too much. So, you know, while I'm doing that, I'll do the 2 like I was going to begin with. So like right after I finished, right after I hurt myself, I would try to get up every like 20 minutes or something. And that, you know, but then I get locked in here and I don't get up. Let's see, where is, oh, I was like, wait a minute, where's the other one? Right. But that's because they weren't sure to begin with what exactly went wrong with my leg, and I didn't really, I don't know if I didn't trust them, or it felt off when I went to the hospital. They x-rayed me, but you know, it was just weird. The injury was pretty bad. And Fred can say how bad my bruise was. My whole leg was bruised from the top of my thigh to bottom, the soles of my feet, actually. And still, like yesterday when I was walking around the store, I noticed my shoes were making the bottom of my foot hurt like a ton. I was like, oh man, am I ever gonna get better from this? It's just crazy. Okay. Alright, so that's 12, so I can put that back on the board. And get another needle. Oh yeah, see that was the wrong needle. No wonder it didn't work right. Renee says, I got a mini trampoline and have been taking breaks to do it a few minutes every now and then. It's not good to sit too long for sessions. Yeah, definitely. I've had 2 PE blood clots are dangerous. Yep, exactly. You know, so I am aware, you know, and try to, you know, think accordingly. Like I'm sitting here doing the live streams. I don't usually sit this long. I get up and move around. So I usually, before I hurt myself, I was walking, or I wasn't walking, but I was biking a lot. So yeah, we'll see. The fabric is, make sure I'm in the view of this. It slipped again. Oh, you know what I know? I know what I can do. Let's see if I can. The bag is kind of heavy. Oh, there went my needleboard. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to move the fabric so that it's holding it up better on the. There we go. That's better. Maybe. I'll just put the needle. It has that little dot, but the dot's not sitting there right. Whoops. Laura says, it sounds so fun. I have a mini stepper, but I'm being lazy and haven't used it. Renee says, I tried the mini stepper, but I couldn't really do it. It's really hard. I had one of those stair machines or whatever, and or something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago. And I was doing some sort of Tai Chi posing, and the combination, I made my hip mess up and get inflamed. It was really bad. I'm going to do this stitch right here. So I am pretty careful about stuff now. And I used to, and also I think it was a combination of those two. I had a motion bike, and also I spun, you know, on a spinning wheel. And I think I was sitting on the couch wrong, and just the combination of all of them, it irritated something in my hip and made my hip mess up. And then it finally did get better after a while, but it took forever for that to get better. I can feel my hoarseness. think I'm just going to stitch these. I really like how this one's turning out. I actually, you know, I use those heat removable pens, and I actually went and took my blow dryer and removed it from here so I could see. Oh, you can't see it there in this thing. Let me move it over. So I had, these were all marked, and I used the hair dryer to remove the marking so I could make sure that it came off, and so I could see what it actually looked like. That was really exciting. You know what? I am going to remove the box. I'm gonna mark these. I'm gonna stitch these few in here just so that they don't get boxed in. They're all the same color anyway. I like that they use the 1 to 35 numbers too. It kind of gives it a little bit of fun. Okay. And I'm going to do this stitch here too because it's by itself. Sorry. And then I think I'll just park that there for now. There. So, sounds like bursitis or something. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't remember exactly. It was in something in Swedish, but they called it like hip inflammation or something. It was really hard to get rid of, and the only way you can get rid of it is pain medication and resting it. And yeah, it took a while, and it's just from bad posture or whatever. So I think, let's see, I'm going to move the camera again because I think I'm going to go back up to the top. Let's go, whoop. See if that works. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll go back up to the top. Maybe. Because I think that this down where the cat is, it's not gonna work. Renee said, began my cross stitch meadow piece yesterday, just got 120 stitches in. Oh, nice. Which one did you pick out to do? I can't wait to do that one again too. It's like, but all my projects will get done once every 2 weeks. So that's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to move my box back up here. And fix it a little bit. That goes like that. There. Okay, so I will do, let's see what we will do. Okay, well, we'll do that. This one is that one. Yeah, I'll just go from min to max. Let's see if I can get my board back up here. I know, I have an idea. I'm like trying to attach my board so it won't fall off. Maybe. It probably will. Oh, I have to, I'm doing the fox and bunny chart. It's purple color. I love that one. It was really hard because I liked that one, but I liked the one I picked. I have to balance with all the browns I'm working with my sad little girl piece. Yeah. So 471. Oh, that's a pretty good long one. Okay, let's make sure we can see. Okay. And I can zoom that in a little bit. Is the saga decently visible for you? Yeah, and the fox and bunny has purples and yellows. Yeah, I really like that one. I'm tempted. I really am. This one looks funny. Oh, that's right though. Let's see. This one just has one stitch and then it'll be parked. That's fine. And yeah, I'm gonna do two. Ow. Alex liked the octopus and the crab ones. Oh, he just heard me talking about him. No, you're okay, Alex. You're okay. Oh, I was also thinking that I think that I will end my live stream tonight at 6. So that's another hour. Because I want to, yeah, I need to make sure he eats and all that stuff. And then tomorrow, I am going to do laundry in the morning, so I will not have to worry about it in the evening. And I can stream longer tomorrow because I don't have any. Why is that? Oh, 16, not 12. I was like, wait a minute. 16. Oh. This is what's so great. Check this out. There's like a little tiny piece of thread, but it'll be enough. I only have to do one stitch. So that's good. This is where you get all these little ninja stitches. But they seem to make the pattern, you know? It seems to work. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to try that loop ending as well. Test that out. I noticed a bunch of stitches that just from before when I was doing the May 51 start, and then I was pin stitching to end, and I noticed that they just were loose and everything. It's mostly because of the starting. So, oh, that one's not enough to put more back on the board. Let's see. Renee says, I can see your saga just fine. Okay, good. And Renee said, there were so many great charts. It was hard to choose. I love the kitty ones too. Yeah, me too. And Laura said, I like the octopus and crab, but I'm holding off getting anything new. Yeah, it was a bit, I think that there was too much background on those. I think that's why I didn't really want them. So there is that. And this one over here is just one stitch. I'm just going to do the one stitch and park it just because I want to keep it. It needs to go down farther, but I'm going to just do the one stitch and park it. See if I can get it threaded. This needle is... But now that I've looked at my WIP list, and if I have 13 what I consider my traditional non-full coverage. Well, that doesn't really count that way because like decisions isn't one of those. It is, I put it in that category, but it's not really, not really. And then I have 13 of the non-full coverage. So I will double up on, let's see, oh, that was 7, 3, 4. I'll double up on the dimensions piece for the dimensions Sal on Wednesdays, and then I'll double up on the Amy Sal. See, this one's really short. I'm going to put that back on the board for a 1 stitch, but this one has a couple. This one has more down the other diagonal, so I'll do it and park it. Like my brain is just like it's broken or something. So now that I finished Sakura, that one that was I considered a non-full coverage, even though it was full coverage. It's a small pattern. We'll just say it that way. The one that is nearest the finish is Spirited Away. So when that one's finished, I had planned on when that one was finished to start the Ponyo one that's like from the same designer as the Howells one. But I might hold off on it. I have the pattern, so that's not a problem. I just might hold off on it and do get some other stuff done. So I don't know. Renee says, I usually have one piece to focus on, but several whips in process too, so I can enjoy something different when I want. Yeah, and I think that's where I'm at, is that I did definitely get burnt out if I worked on a piece more than, 2 days in a row. And then of course, you get the, oh, I want that. It's so pretty. That's new. And then you start that, and then you start something else, and then you start something else. But I feel like I'm at the limit, which is good. That's a good feeling, though. I thought that was where I was before I started the Cross Stitch Meadow one. I was at the limit. Yeah. But I did finish a piece before that, so I allowed myself to start something new. But I think that for now, this is, I think that I have to finish if I finish some of those small ones, then I'll feel better about it. And hi, busy mom. I'm so used to calling you busy mom. And thanks for the shout out on your video. I appreciate that. That was awesome. I do think I have a size 26 needle on in my stuff here. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, thanks. Your projects are super cool. I like your blend of non-full coverage and full coverage. It's kind of fun to see both of them. Because, I still love samplers and things like that. And They're fun. Okay, so this one will get parked down here. Oh, did I not mark that one? I didn't. Okay, mark that. Okay. 3826. Yeah. I have 𝐶𝐞𝐜𝐤𝐨 or whatever. So I often transpose numbers. I usually double check because I definitely have an issue with looking for the wrong color. 26. And that's what happened with my Golden Gate Bridge. Well, it wasn't that so much as I picked it. It was 402 that I needed, and I picked 407. And I didn't notice until I already stitched it all, and I was like, it's staying there. Oh, that's the other thing. Halloween one. Oh, wait. I keep picking this needle up because... Let me double check it. No, that's right. Huh. You know, no, that's all right. I must have moved it. Okay. You can tell the 26 from the 28s. The thickness is different, obviously, but the length is different. So you can tell that way. Let me double check this real quick. Oh, sorry. Oh, I was so tired last night. I missed Yogi's stream because I was just so tired. I just noticed something. Shoot. I missed that. Oh, okay. Let me fix this. I just noticed that my diagonal was off. So I missed some stitches. Let's see. Let me fix this real quick before I forget. I just noticed, it doesn't really matter. 2, 3. That one's right. There. Oh, that was weird. Okay, well, it's the same colors. It doesn't matter. I just noticed. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Okay, let me go back to where I was. Where was I? 38. Was this one? Yeah, 3826. Is that right? Oh, now I gotta look again. Now I'm confused. It looks like... No, see, I picked the wrong color again. Lord, what did I pick? See, I knew that looked wrong. Oh, I see what I did. I picked 3827 instead. Ha ha ha. I knew that. Oh boy. And it's good that they have the little the example of the color. Because when I switched to it back to it, I was like, that's not right. That's way off. So try that again. Renee says I stitched a large section with the wrong color yesterday and it was so obvious. Not sure why it took me so long to figure it out. Had to frog it. Oh, I know. I usually do catch it. You know, but there are those days. So let me look at my board again because now I wonder if there is this color on the board. No, there wasn't. Dang it. Oh dear. I thought that was way too easy. Just way too easy. I'm totally not a professional. But I do think that the quality is, you know, increasing over time. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm getting there. I do feel like I need more lighting. So I may, because it looks fine on, you know, when I look at it, it's bright. But when I look at on the laptop, it looks like it's kind of muted color-wise. So I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, my Cheerios are calling me. I'm going to take a little munchie. It was multi-grain Cheerios. There's a bunch of different colors. There's a bunch of sugar in it. What a nice snack. It's like it hits the spot. Okay. And this one is, let me go up through here. 1, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 1, 2. Nope. Learn to count. Too far down. Okay, park that. Renee says, I love Cheerios, great snack. For me, it's just as satisfying as ice cream. Yeah, I had gastric bypass done about, well, it's now 20 years. Oh my gosh. 20 years ago. And so I can eat pretty much everything. That's not really an issue. I still, you know, I still can't eat too much, which is good. My weight is definitely settled. It's not gonna, you know, I'm very unlikely to lose more weight. I'm a really tall person. So, you know, I just, it is what it is, and I'm okay with that. The doctor wants me to lose a little more so I can have a abdominal surgery, but it's like, I don't know if that's going to happen. But, so I have to be careful what I eat. You know, I can eat, like I said, I can eat pretty much anything. And sometimes, like, I'll eat a cookie, right? and then I'll be like, oh, that was so good, and I'll go get another one. That second one is too much, depending on the cookie anyway. And then my stomach's upset and I pay for it, you know, but I know that that's my own darn fault that I did that. And it's the same with like chips. Chips here in Sweden are like super salty. And so I don't usually buy them. But just, I don't know what I was thinking, but I ordered some Lay's potato chips. I was like, I haven't had these in a long time. They're made in, you know, the potatoes are grown here in Europe, so they're not American. They are, you know, European product. And so I got them and I was like, OMG, these taste amazing. And I was so shocked that they tasted so good. And so now that's my guilty pleasure. But it's the same. I know if I eat 2 bowls, and I'm not talking like a big bowl, right? I'm talking about a little tiny bowl. If I eat 2 bowls of them, it's too much. So yeah. And let's see. Oh, there's not that one there. 223. I think I used that one already. 223. So like I know that I can't drink coffee and have a snack because I definitely will make me feel ill for at least a half an hour, if not more. So like today I'm not having coffee because I didn't really feel like it. So I have a snack because I know I can have a snack instead. Like I couldn't eat a piece of chocolate and have a coffee. It would just definitely not work. But that's the sort of stuff that you learn, you know, the more you live with it. So and this one is here. Oh, these purples are so pretty. But here you see the confetti is coming in. But it's not too bad. This square is not too bad. And I think that I'm not like fussing about it so much because I'm not worrying about the starting and ending like I had been. This is pretty far down. Let me double check. Oh, there's only one of those. Okay, so honestly, I will go and take this down there and end it down here because, yeah, I'm not going to park it for that. And get exactly in the middle. Oh, there we go. Woohoo, did it. Oh, and then if I don't, certain foods, I weigh my food out. Like I know that I could eat 320 grams of spaghetti and bolognese, right? If I do 330, I'll feel sick for the rest of the night. So I weigh it out because I'm just like, do not want to be sick for the rest of the night. So last night with the Spanish rice, I was like, oh, this looks about right. And of course it was just that much too much. So I was like, oh man, I was so full. Yeah, it's silly. Okay, now we can do these stitches. Okay, so this one, yeah, that's okay. So we'll do those and then park it. Yeah, so yeah, I have to choose. So if I have coffee, I can't have coffee too soon after I've eaten, and I can't eat too soon after I have coffee. Which, you know, it's like, it's okay because, you know, that's fine for me. I'm pretty good about that. You're supposed to wait like 30 minutes between. And if you don't, then you know, you might be too full. You know, it just feels uncomfortable. So you know, you learn to figure it out kind of thing. Let me double check here. Everyone's sending messages. Okay, there's like tons of messages up on my notifications. Okay. And we're back to 400. And there's none there. So, but I wanted chocolate and Cheerios, so I chose that over coffee. 400. And my coffees are huge, so it's like, it is very filling. It's like, it's really too much, but I love it. And it fills me up pretty good. Okay, so here is, these needles have a definite grain to the eye. So you have to, it's harder to thread on one side than the other. They're still really decent needles. They're just something I bought off AliExpress. I really like them. I have not had any issues with them at all. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, okay, wait a minute, never mind. Oh, that was right. I counted 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I was like, oh no, I messed up. I didn't. It's fine. And that will park there. We're getting there. That looks a bit wonky. I think it's just that it's this thread that's parked. I'm just going to double check and make sure it doesn't need to be tightened. Yeah, see, it looks a bit wonky. It's this one, isn't it? No. Yeah. See, I don't really like the, oh, see now the more I pull it, the more it's coming out. I think that was, what happened there, I wonder? There's like a loop in the back. I'll fix it later. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I have to fix that later. 3857. Oh, and there's one on the board. Nice. Let me see if I get the right one. And Busy Mom says oh wait, Laura says, I try not to keep cereal around because I don't have any self-control and will eat the entire box. I know, oh my gosh. And Busy Mom says, I love strawberry protein Cheerios. Have not seen those. And Mandy says, hi, everyone. And Clara says, hello, Suzanne and all. And hi to both of you. And Clara says, I'm the same way with cereal, Laura. I love Special K with strawberries. Could eat the whole box. Oh, Lord. You know, I saw Special K yesterday. I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy that. But I didn't. I bought Cheerios instead. And Laura says, I saw recently, Gemma said she uses 100 count size 26 needles from Amazon too. Yeah, they're like, okay, so like she's leaving them parked, but she's not, like really using the same needle over and over again. So it kind of makes sense. This is why it's working for me this way. If I am going to stitch a bunch, I'll switch to my higher quality needles. But these ones seem really good. I believe, I'm not sure about these ones in particular, but I bought some from Dream Stitch, and they're very similar to those. And I think they were Kung Fu, Needle Kung Fu. They might have been Needle Kung Fu needles. It was one of those. Oh, I should have ended that. Yeah. I'm gonna pull that out and end that thread real quick. I've been trying a couple of different ones from his shop, but then I felt like I really wanted a bunch, so I decided to chance on some cheap ones on AliExpress, and they're the same. They're a little bit different. I feel like there's a little bit of a bow to them, so that they're more like you can tell there's a side to them. But I don't mind. They work really well. And I should have enough now for at least one needle per color, or for the most part, which makes it just so much easier to, go and stitch faster. Okay, that was 3857. Okay, and bucket 33. Ooh, nice. And that's not on my board. That's a really pretty purple. Oh, check that out. Check out that purple. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, see, you don't get these colors sometimes. That's pretty long, but that's okay. Lo-Fi Girl is pretty upbeat today. Oh yeah, the dried strawberries are so good. Oh, I know. They are so good. And Clara says, hi, Dawn and Fred. And Clara says, hi, Allison. And yeah, I'm just making sure I caught up to chat. Yeah, oh, that's so bad. I bought a granola that had freeze-dried figs in them. And I'm telling you, I wanted to pick out every single fig and eat them. It was so good. I ended up eating it as a snack more than I did with my yogurt. Just dangerous stuff. We must be getting hungry. We're at the food portion of the live stream. Alex is still sleeping. So at least it's calm. Yeah, he's really been struggling. This morning I thought for sure he wasn't going to go to school. I'm like, okay, Alex, you know, just being as nice as I could, right? Just, yeah. He's a good kid, though. I love him. Oh, he comes home and he goes, did you miss me? And I'm like, Alex, you just were at school. I just saw you this morning. And so I told him, I said, wait, what am I doing? Okay, no, it's fine. And I said, no, I didn't miss you. He's so fun. He's so funny. Oh, and his new thing, well, it's not new. He's been doing it for a while, is that 20-year-old Alex is going to have all his friends over for a party at his dad's house. And I'm like, Alex, that's 2 years away. And you know he's going to say this every day for the next 2 years. The suffering. He's the best, though. And 17. Oh, and there's one up here on the board. How about that? Nice. Laura says, thankfully, I did my grocery shopping this morning before stream. And Renee said, that's cute. He wanted you to miss him. Yeah. I don't actually know if he thinks that way, or I don't know. It sometimes feels like it's just him. It's just something he says. Like it doesn't have any meaning. So I'm not really sure. Like it's the same as like, you know, he'll come and say, I'm the best. You're the best. Mom, you're the best. I think it's just a phrase. So it's hard to know because he does do a lot of repeating of phrases and you're never really sure. He's got a really good memory. He remembers everything. He remembers everything. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I should have done that stitch there. Okay. That's okay. Okay. So when I look at, I'm not sure you can see this. Let me take the box away real quick. So you can see on here that, yeah, it's just an expression. I think that he doesn't really understand, you know, I think he thinks he's supposed to say that kind of thing. I don't know. So when I take the box away, I'm waiting for it to catch up for me to see it. So I just did these ones, and I'd be tempted to park here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to park here, up there at the top, because then it will be in a good position for the diagonal. And that's 4 over from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's a little bit longer, but Okay, put the box back. Okay, so that's done. Wow, we're down to 2 colors again. Woohoo! So, number 12 again. That's coming along pretty well. I really love this pattern. I have this done in, in Saga, I changed it to show 1 over 1. So if I go into the mock-up, it's hard to see because it's more, glass. spread out. No, that's not right. I can only think of the word in Swedish, of course. So it's harder to see all the stitches. You have to zoom in more to see. So this is where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's hard to see because I've done that. I'm on this, like between the pink and the green there. But that's because I wanted to make sure I had enough floss, so I changed it to showing 1/1. And I don't know if you do it in Paradise, I believe it's faster in Paradise sometimes. And sometimes I do it in Saga. So in Saga, if you go to the drop-down menu, if you, for example, I'm doing 12. If I hold the little wheel, then you can change the symbol or the index. And the index is where you change it from 1 to 2. And I did 1 because I wanted to know how much floss I needed. But I often will do that, figure out how much floss I need, and then load up 1 with 2 threads just so it's easier to see. But it doesn't, like the chart doesn't look any different. It's just the mock-up that looks different. Okay. And this time maybe I'll do this. I must have had the last box in the wrong spot. That's why I missed that pink one. And oh, you know what? I need to mark. I'm already over here. Oh, I'm not going over there though. Okay, never mind. I'm not going over there. I'm going here. So what are you working on right now? Are you still working on, Renee, are you still working on the little girl with the bird? That one's so sad, but it's really beautiful. I love it. Okay, so here is 6. So, yeah, I think what I'll do is I will shoot for finishing this part of the diagonal, and hopefully someone will wake up and want dinner. I think we're just gonna have leftovers. It's so good. I don't know. I made a huge pot. There's just so much left. But it's good because, he'll eat it. And then tomorrow he's off to his dad's. And then I have 5 days off. Actually, forgot that, and I thought I had another week before doing floss tube episode. It's gone really fast. That's so weird. I just realized that went really. These 2 weeks went really fast. Amazing. Renee says, yes, my sad girl, I'm at 42%. Oh, nice. So from here on out, mostly work on her with guest appearances from the other whips. That's really great. How many stitches are in that one? Is it a large piece? And Laura says, I'm working on my pickles. Love the bottom. The top is all these gray bricks, though. It's driving me a bit nutty. Yeah. Which, I remember the chart. What company is that by? I remember it because it's pickles. My brother Bill loves pickles, and so I actually bought an Owl Forest one with cucumbers to make for him, but I just never got around to it. I bought it, I just didn't do it. Of course. It's only 74,700. Oh, that's not too bad. What's the dimensions of it? Oh, I just got caught in my finger. Because this one's huge though. It has 254,400. Oh, Lord. That's huge. Wait. Oh, I messed that up. I'm like, that's not right. And then I pulled it through the stitch wrong. Oh, Lo-Fi Girl is super cheerful today. Okay, and then this will go, I'm gonna park it here. Correct? Yeah. And that's done. Woohoo! 56 pink ones now. The chart was on Etsy. Oh, that's right. Okay. The shop is gone now, but it's still on Etsy, but a different shop. Yeah, that happens. And Clara's stitching on the sun. I'm stitching air quite a bit. Oh well. Well, it is a sky and all that stuff. That's the same as my stained glass Totoro piece. The chart designer is gone, but somebody else recharted it, but it's not as nice. So when I did my whip parade, I didn't recommend it because it looked really bad. And the one I have looks really good. So hope that comes up soon. So what I'm doing is this thread wasn't very long. So I'm just working diagonally up this block. Sorry. I'm like, my voice is just like, yeah. That looks, no, that's right. Like, that looks so weird. See if we can get to the top. Here's where well, it's not a mistake because it's the same. It's not really any different. But I must have had my square kind of not in the right spot. That is thread chickening. I'm going to end it on the next one. It's very little. And there's that. Oh, that looks good. I'm like excited. Okay, so let me mark. see, that's there. It's getting there. I think it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do all of these stitches anyway. I think that's right. Okay. It's 249 by 300. Oh, that's not bad. It's really, that's pretty reasonable size in my opinion. And it is, Laura says it's really detailed for something smaller, Renee. It's like a Haid mini size. It's an artisty chart, yeah. Okay, so 3354, and I don't think I have that on my board. 3354. I think I took the last one. I took the last one off. 3354. I am just gonna, I need like 9,000 of these stitches, so I'm just gonna take and cut up one whole strand instead of trying to pull them out. Oh, and that's probably why I didn't do that. Gosh, really? Okay, let me double dropping stuff. Let me double check, and this strand might be better. Sometimes they're from when I used a weaving shuttle, and yeah, it's one of the shorter ones, so I used the longer one instead. Renee says it's from Artisy. I love the way she charts things. I have never had any bad charts from her. I've completed a few from Artisy now. Yeah, I'm starting to look at them more. I have the Sleeping Kittens, and I bought the small one because I didn't have big enough fabric for like the regular size. So there is definitely a difference, but it's not too bad so far. I like it. I'm enjoying stitching it. The butterfly was a bit confetti. There we go. Now we have a I'm kind of slowly doing the cutting as I need it. But this pattern has a lot of this color, so I figured, I'll just cut a whole one. It just makes it a little more bulky on the floss drops. But I don't mind too much. Let's see. Clara says, I've only finished one Artisy out of the mini charts I bought from them, and I love the detail and outcome of that one. However, Christmas House 2 is not that clear. I only have one Artisy, and it's Christmas House 2. Yeah, I think Christmas House 2, honestly, for me, I wasn't in love with it. I think that it was too busy for it was too busy for the charting. So I was more like reluctant to do that one. I like the idea because I love dollhouses. So I like the idea of it, but I was like, I don't know. Did you get the large one, Clara and Dawn? Was it the large one like Yogi has? But then it felt like Yogi wasn't all that happy with it either. But I think Yogi's unhappiness is the fabric. I think she really struggled with that 32 count. I know I couldn't do 32 count. I can hardly see 20 count. I have 25 count, and I do struggle with that one. And we'll see what happens when it comes up on the wheel. Renee says probably needed to be larger to include more detail on it, on the busyness. Yeah, it did. Well, Yogi had the large one, but like you could hardly tell the bird on the roof was a bird. So it was a bit kind of dodgy. But it's the same, like when you look at a heaven and earth design, for example, the cat library, the mini will never look okay. Unfortunately, that pattern, even in regular, doesn't look okay. There's just too much. It needs so much. It needs more room. I don't know. I know I started stitching the stitching shelf, and I did a square, and there was so much confetti. I was like, and I think it was a regular. And I was like, nah. It was also 25 count. I'm like, not doing 25 count. I'm interested to see how the 18 count looks as I stitch more on that. I'm like trying to remember what it was that I bought 18 count for. I'm like, oh yeah, Forest Friends. I thought that looked really good on Forest Friends, actually. Now that I think about it. Let me mark some of these off. 3. So the confetti on this part was pretty manageable. But you can see, I'm not sure you can see, but if you look at the lines here, you can see the little bits of different colors. It fits. It just looks right. Even though it's a little bit kind of like, a little bit confetti, but it works. You can also see there's a little bit of the different pinks in here. It's not super in your face, different color, but it's enough to make it interesting looking. It's not flat. Let's see. Busy Mom said, yes, I have the large one. Clara says, yes, I did get the large. Yogi's not happy with the coverage of CXE on 32 count. Yeah. And Busy Mom says, I worked on a 25 count fabric last night and was struggling with it, but I'm not sure it's the fabric or the chart because I was stitching light colors. And Clara says, right. And you can't see Santa's face and the gifts. It's just like a blob of colors. Oh, yeah. Renee says, I started the mini Haid of A Christmas Carol, and it was so blurry I gave up. There was a lot of confetti, too. Clara asked, Dawn, do you use CXE or DMC? Have you tried 22 count with DMC? I really like it. Yeah, I like 22 count too, but I'm starting to prefer 20 count. It's just more stable. I feel like it's not so small. Like I don't have to really sit really close in the magnifier to see this properly, which is a plus. But I was pretty happy with the 18 count. I was like, I like this. I liked the way it looked. So we'll see going forward. I still need to, I want to start Gamer Nouveau, but also I don't want to use Pattern Keeper. I want to use Saga. But it didn't convert, unfortunately. There's something wrong with the pattern. I tried it again after I updated Paradise. It still was, there was something wrong with the overlap. Let's see, where are we? There we are. So Busy Mom says, Clara, I use DMC. I have a couple of 22 count. Yeah, I'm the same way. 20 count is my favorite too. 22, I feel my stitch slip because I pull too hard, and I stitch slower on 22. Yeah, you have to be more careful with the hardanger fabric because it does definitely, it slips. I find that my stitches look better, like for example on 20 count, if I pull to the side like that, either way, and you can't do that with any even weave because it will make it slip. But I do feel like I get better tension when I pull to the side. Also, I think the stitches lay nicer on the 20 count and the 18 count because you can pull tighter. You don't have to worry about like being super careful about the 22 count and slipping. Okay, so it's almost 6, and I think what I'm going to do is I'll do one more thread. Let's see, this one's pretty long. We'll see how far I get on this one. He's still asleep. His dad said he doesn't sleep at his house like that. I don't know. So I'm kind of a bit concerned about that he's wanting to sleep. Where is that thread? That's really loose. All right, well. Renee says, my daughter is stitching the Gamer one. I love that one. I bought it and was like, I was going to start it, but I wanted to buy painted fairy floss for it. And I just kept putting it off. And I wasn't sure about the fabric. And yeah. I wanted to do it on 18 count, but then I was worried I wouldn't have a good enough coverage. But I think I've decided I don't care. I want to do 18 count. Clara says, give 25 count about 3 weeks to a month before you give up on it. No, it's not that. It's the fact I actually can't see it well enough. I do have a 25 count and I have no problem stitching on it. The problem is I can't see it to stitch it. It's really annoying. I mean, I can see it, but I have to go really close to the fabric with my magnifier. And so, like, I can't even stitch 20 count without a magnifier. Or I don't even do 14 count without a magnifier. Okay, so I am going to, this one's getting kind of low, so I'm gonna pin it. And I tried when Yogi first started talking about doing the 32 count. I have some 32 count that I do 2/1 or 2/2, which is fine. Oh, Yogi just posted no stream tonight. Okay. You know, I could probably stream again if it's calm enough here at home. Because I'm not doing anything anyway. I'm just, you know, I usually just watch Yogi. So, that's too bad. She was on really late last night, so I missed it last night because I was like, I can't stay up that late. Well, she started at 10 my time, and you know, I was just exhausted by 8, so I just decided to. Yeah, that is a bummer. I can see if I stream tonight, then I actually will not fall asleep. If I don't, then I probably will fall asleep. So this is okay. So I could, but I won't be able to stay on as long as she does because I really have to go to sleep so I can get up in time for Alex in the morning. So maybe I can do that. If you guys want to, I will, you know, do that. I do have to wait for my package. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to swear. I nearly stabbed myself with my scissors. I am waiting for my packages, so, and they're going to call me on my phone. So I may have to take the do not disturb off so that if I do get a phone call, I can actually answer it. It's just that it's my medicine, so they have to actually deliver it to my door, to me personally. So I actually have to go, you know, to the door and get it. And they have to be able to call me. And if I don't answer, then they won't bring it to me, and I'll have to wait until tomorrow. And I need my medicine. But they're supposed to be here before 9. So we'll see. Let's see. Let me pull that down there. So that's a good idea. I could do that. If I don't think she wants to do any until she sorts out a laptop. So we can see. I can always post on Yogi's group, and I kind of want to finish my 500 stitches on this. So I was going to work on dalliance tonight, but I'll just yeah, we'll see on that if I get the 500 done. So that is the last of that part of the diagonal. I do like breaking the diagonal down block by block. Then it feels less overwhelming on this pattern, you know. So and that block's done. Yahoo! We did it. Because then there's not as many colors, you know what I mean? Yeah, dalliance would be fun to do. I might do that, actually. And Renee says, have a dentist appointment pretty soon. I'm going to say bye-bye for now. See you later. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming. And I'll see you later, hopefully. And I think that's the correct way to spell it. At least that's what voice to text spells it as. So let's see how much we did, or how much I did. 237. That's not too bad. Not great, but I'm like, not great, but let's see how long that was. That was 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's, oh wait, why do I have 592 there? Okay, well that's wrong. See, math, not my strong point. I'm not sure why I did that. That's that's really wrong. So that's 100 stitches per hour. That's a really good, you know, I usually, as long as I'm getting over 100 an hour, I'm pretty happy with my thing. But I don't know why it was supposed to be 492, not 592. Seriously. Okay, so it's not as bad as I was looking at. I was like, oh man. Okay, well, I'll fix that later. Yeah, so yeah, I could do dalliance tonight. That would be that would be really kind of casual too. That might be kind of fun. But we'll see. I could work on a little of both, actually. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go wake up my kid, make him eat some food. And, you know, if anybody wants to, we can check about streaming tonight. I think I would probably start it a little earlier just because I don't think I want to start at 9:30 for my time, but we'll see. I'll check Yogi's post and see if anybody's interested. So anyway, I'm going to go. So I will see you all later. So thanks for watching and bye for now. Okay. Oh, this is fun. I love this one.